Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been the longest time. I literally can't remember the last time I filmed a sit down video. So if I'm really awkward and cannot get my words out, please forgive me. But today I am filming a tag video. For those of you that don't watch my channel normally, hello. I am Becca, I'm 28 years old and I've got a almost 8-month-old baby called Wilf. If you enjoy my videos, I would love it if you would subscribe and stick around, and it'd be lovely to have you on our little channel. So today I am doing a tag video, as I think I've already mentioned. I was tagged by the lovely Yasmin Camilla and my good YouTube friend Bex Massey. Both of their channels will be linked below, so definitely go and check out their videos if you enjoy this one. But I'm going to do the mum tag today, so I'll just dive straight in with the questions. I've not read them through beforehand, so I've not prepared my answers, which could be a bad idea, but we're just going to go with the flow. Got them here on my phone and see what happens. So, question 1 is, are you a stay-at-home mum or a working mum? I am a stay-at-home mum. Wilf is currently only just coming up to 8 months old. So I think even if I was going back to work, I probably would have tried to take the full year off. But I am a stay-at-home mum. I'm going to be a stay-at-home mum for the foreseeable future. I'm very, very lucky to be in that position, and I understand not everybody has that as an option, but I'm very lucky that Andrew is able to support both of us on his wage. So I'm going to be a stay-at-home mum until we've finished having children. Childcare is really expensive anyway, and I would just like to be able to look after my children and spend all the time with them myself. Again, I understand not everyone has that option, and I have so much admiration for working mums. I think it must be so hard to go back to work, but yeah, I'm lucky that I am going to be a stay-at-home mum for the foreseeable future and feeling very grateful that I'm able to do that. Question 2 is, oh, I hope I'm not flashing. Question 2 is, what is going on with this top? There we go. Question 2 is, would you have it any other way? And no, I am very, as I mentioned, very grateful to be able to be a stay-at-home mum, and this would always have been my dream scenario, to be able to stay at home and look after my children until they go to nursery or school. One day I would love to do something where I earn money from home, whether that be YouTube or finding some kind of skill, which I'm currently trying to do. I'm going to talk more about this in another video, but yeah, I would love to do something where I could make a bit of money from home. So it's not all on Andrew to bring in all the money. He's more than happy to do that, and I'm very lucky. But I would like to bring some money to the table, and whilst I get a little bit from YouTube, it's definitely not anywhere near enough to be paying any sort of bills. So yeah, I would love to find something where I could kind of be a work-at-home mum and kind of do something for myself to earn a little bit of extra money to bring into our household one day, but we'll see. I don't know whether that will be possible or not, but it would be my dream scenario, I think. Question 3 is, do you co-sleep? No, on the whole we don't co-sleep. I'm just a little bit wary of it personally. I'm quite like a worrier, and I think it would stress me out and I wouldn't sleep very well. I'm lucky that Wilf is an incredible sleeper. Those of you that watch my videos normally will know he is an amazing sleeper. He sleeps like 12 hours straight through every night. I'm incredibly lucky. If he didn't do that, there's every chance I would give co-sleeping a go, but we just haven't needed to. He sleeps really well. He's gone into his own room now. He sleeps really well. It's just not really been anything we've ever needed to do. Occasionally, if he wakes up really early on a morning, I'll bring him into our bed and he will sleep for a little bit longer, but that's just kind of like a light little snuggly doze rather than like proper co-sleeping. And we always had a snuzz pod as well, so when he was in our room we had a co-sleeper, so the side was down and it was just like an extension of our bed, which worked really well for us. But no, we haven't ever done proper co-sleeping. Question 4 is, what is your one must-have item for your baby? There is so many. I've done a newborn essentials video and I've done a 3 to 6 months baby essentials video, which I will link below for you. There are so many, but the ones that jump into my head first are a baby carrier. For smaller babies, I would definitely say a close caboo, and for babies when they get a little bit older, like Wilf's age, a Tula has been amazing. I love baby wearing, so baby carrier would probably be top of my list. But I've also absolutely loved the Snuggle baby bath. I'm gutted because he is pretty much outgrown that now, so we're going to have to put him in the big bath, but that has been amazing for when he's a tiny baby. And what else? A sleepyhead. I've absolutely loved our sleepyhead and Snuzzpod combo, so yeah, they're the ones that really jump out to me straight away as like my ultimate baby essentials. Question 5 is, how many kids do you plan on having? And those of you that watch my channel will already know. Those of you that are new, it was quite a struggle for us to have Wilf. It took us about 2.5 years to have Wilf. And in that time we had 3 miscarriages, and we ended up conceiving Wilf with a round of fertility treatment called Clomid. So prior to that, I'd always said I'll have 1 baby and I will be absolutely grateful for 1 baby and I will be done. I didn't think I could go through all that stress again, and I'm not gonna lie, it does make me nervous to think about going through that again, but Wilf has just brought so much joy to like our lives, our family's lives, our friends' lives. Like, he's just an absolute joy, and I definitely want 1 more. Even I'd consider having 2 more, possibly. Andrew's pretty sure that 2 he would be done, but we'll see how it goes. I feel incredibly lucky to have Wilf. I know a lot of you that watch my videos are still struggling to have your infertility baby or your rainbow baby, and I am so grateful to have got Wilf into my life. Like, he is an absolute miracle, and if I never had another baby, I would still feel incredibly lucky to have him in my life. But I would love 1 more, and I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't. So yeah, we will definitely be trying for another baby, and I'm not ruling out one day possibly wanting another one after that, but we'll just see how it goes. It could be a really difficult journey to have another baby again. You can just never take these things for granted. Just because I managed to have Wilf doesn't mean I'll manage to have another baby. Like, I'm rambling now, but you get what I mean. In a dream world, long story short, in a dream world, I would love 1 more, possibly 2 more. But yeah, completely grateful and blessed to have Wilf in my life. That was rambling. So, next question is question 6, date night. How many nights per month? Me and Andrew don't tend to really go out. If we go out, me and Andrew met in school, so we have all the same friends. So if we go out, it's normally going out to do something with our friends, or we'll take it in turns, and he'll go out with his like boyfriends and I'll go out with my girlfriends. So it's very rare we go out together, just the 2 of us, for like a date night. I wouldn't even say that happens once a month, but maybe like around payday, we always make the effort to have a night in, order in some food or cook. We do that quite often. I'd maybe even say once a fortnight we have like a date night at home. I think it's really important to do that, to just spend some time together, baby in bed, have some wine. I think that's really important to do. But yeah, I wouldn't say we like go out for a date night. Maybe like, I think we've done that once in the 8 months Wilf's been here. So that's not something we do very often, but is something that I think would be nice to do more now he's a little bit older. Question 7, your child's favourite show. Before Wilf was born, I was like, he will never watch CBeebies. I hate CBeebies. I can't bear the way they talk. Like, I would go round to Abby, my cousin's house, and Archer would be watching CBeebies, and I'd be like, oh my god, no, my child will never watch this. I can't cope. But it's the only way you get anything done. If I need to get ready, you know Wilf's going to be sat in his seat or in his jumperoo in front of CBeebies, and he absolutely loves anything with Justin, Justin's house, Mr. Tumble. That man, not gonna lie, makes my skin crawl a little bit, but Wilf loves him, as does every other child in the world, it seems. He also likes Peter Rabbit. He also likes, is it the Twirly Woos? I love that theme tune. Basically anything on CBeebies he can get on board with. And And he also loves The Big Bang Theory. Obviously, when I was pregnant, Andrew is obsessed with The Big Bang Theory. Like, he has it on all day, every day when he's at home. I think from when I was pregnant, Wilf probably knew that soundtrack. And when he was born, all of his like late night feeds or early morning feeds, Andrew would do watching The Big Bang Theory. And yeah, it's just like ingrained within him, I think. As soon as the soundtrack comes on, he's like, he just loves it. So yeah, all the CBeebies, rubbish, he loves, and The Big Bang Theory. Next question. Ooh. Question 8. Name one thing you bought before you had your baby and never ended up using. So I would say the only thing that really springs to mind is the, what's it called? Is it the grow egg? Grow egg? It's like that little, yeah, I'm sure it's called a grow egg. It's like that little egg thing you put in their room and it tells you the temperature. We've just never used that, to be honest. The times we have used it, I'm not sure I've trusted it to be right. Like, it just doesn't seem right to me. And I much go on how I feel. And I'll always remember when we were in hospital and the midwives always said, whatever you're wearing plus one layer. That really sticks in my mind. So I just kind of go off that and how I feel the air feels. And also now he's in his own room, we use the monitor and the monitor has the temperature on it. So we kind of just go from that, and we've just never used the grow egg. I thought maybe when he went into his own nursery we'd use it more, but we just haven't used it. Like, we've just never used it. I would love to know if you guys use it and if you found it useful, but for us it's just not been something we've ever reached for. And that's the only thing that springs to mind. I think everything else I was like obsessively researching, because I was trying to conceive for quite a long time, 2.5 years. I was constantly researching what I would buy for the baby when the baby was here. So everything I bought was super thought through, super researched, and everything's ended up being brilliant on the whole. But that is the one thing that I just don't get it. I just think it's unnecessary. So yeah, that would be the thing that sticks in my mind. Question 9, your child's favourite food. So we only started weaning Wilf, it must be about 2 months ago now. It was when he turned 6 months we started weaning. At first he was very much into purees, and now he's kind of enjoying finger foods and things a lot more. He loves banana. He absolutely loves banana. I do think he's got a bit of a sweet tooth. He likes banana, and like vegetable wise he loves peppers. They're quite sweet as well, I think. So we don't give him anything like particularly sweet. It's more like fruit sweet, but he loves peppers, banana, anything like that. He has quite got a taste for toast, and he loves cheese, which, I mean, any child of mine is gonna love cheese, and I'd be very upset if he didn't, but he loves it. I put a little plate of food out for him yesterday, and it was the first thing he reached for, and I was just like, that's my boy, I'm so proud. Yeah, I will be doing a weaning essentials video very soon. I know I've been saying I'm going to be doing it for a while, but it's only like the past week or so I feel like we've got to grips with weaning a little bit more. I just don't think Wilf was that fussed at the start, and he's definitely starting to like enjoy it more, experiment with food a bit more. So yeah, that will be coming up soon when I've like compiled my list of what I consider our weaning essentials. Next question is question 10. How many cars does your family have? We've just got the one car. It's Andrew's car. I don't actually drive. It is something I feel I need to do at some point, but I've been saying that for years. On a practical level, I don't work. We're on one wage. We can't afford 2 cars. Realistically, that isn't something we can afford anyway. But also, I am a very nervous passenger, or just like nervous of cars and travel in general. I feel very anxious in the car. I'm very nervous all the time about car crashes, and Andrew going to work and having a crash is like my worst fear. That really scares me. So it's been something I've just put off because it scares me. But it's something I do need to do eventually. Obviously I'm very limited. We're lucky we live in quite close proximity to everything. There's buses I can get, but it would be helpful to be able to drive. A lot of my closest friends, like Lauren, we're in Yorkshire, she's in Lancashire, like it would be handy to be able to drive. I do feel a little bit stuck sometimes, but it is a big fear of mine. All of my answers, I see people do these videos in like 7 minutes, and I just don't know how they do it, because I just know this is going to be the longest video ever, and this tag has a lot of questions, so bear with me. We're halfway through now. Question 11, weight gain before, during, after and now. So I don't understand how you can gain weight before pregnancy, but before pregnancy I was still overweight. I've always hovered around a UK size 12 to 14 since being like an adult. I was much slimmer in school, but since being like an adult I've always hovered around a UK 12 to 14. I'm quite up and down. I've done Slimming World on and off for 6 years, so at my smallest I could be a small size 12, and I've probably been up to like a size 16 quite frequently, hovering between those. I'm a big, like, what's the word? My weight just goes up and down like a yo-yo. During pregnancy, I didn't actually gain as much weight as I thought I would. I gained about 2 stone in total, but a stone of that I gained in the first trimester. So I gained quite a bit in that first trimester. I didn't have any morning sickness, and I am a big comfort eater. I was extremely anxious in pregnancy. I barely moved for the whole 9 months because I was so scared that if I moved or if I walked, I would miscarry. I was just scared of doing anything. So I literally pretty much sat for 9 months and just prayed that this baby would arrive. So yeah, I was doing very, very little exercise during pregnancy, and I gained about a stone in the first trimester, but then throughout the rest of my pregnancy I only gained about another stone, which I don't think's bad. I craved a lot of fruit, which was helpful, and yeah, it was only in like the last few weeks I really gained a taste for like cookies and things. I had very much a sweet tooth with Wilf, so I gained 2 stone in pregnancy, and then immediately after having Wilf, my tummy went down so much quicker than I ever could have imagined. Within like a week of having Wilf, my tummy was like pretty much back to how it was before having him. Like, I did not expect it to go down so fast. It was like, obviously it was jelly-like, but it was like pretty flat after having Wilf. But then since then, 8 months postpartum, I feel like I'm just gaining weight by the day. And it's my own fault, really. I'm very on and off with Slimming World, very up and down. Haven't weighed myself for about a month. But last time I weighed myself, I was about a stone from my pre-pregnancy weight. So I gained 2 stone in total, and I've probably only lost about a stone. So still some way to go. Need to get back in the zone with Slimming World, but I'm just one of them people that has 0 willpower and motivation. So leave me some words of encouragement in the comments, please, guys, and spur me on to like get that other stone off. Question 12, dream holiday with your kids. I won't go into this in too much detail because I've talked about it before, but my dream holiday with Wilf is anything wood log cabiny is my dream. So we went to Centre Parks last week. That's my dream holiday. I love that. I just feel so comfortable, so happy, so relaxed, really enjoy it. We're going on another like log cabin holiday in about 2 weeks time with Abby, James, Lily and Archer. Super excited for that. So my dream holiday would be that, but somewhere else. So any of the kind of like Scandinavian countries, or like Canada, America, somewhere where I could do a nice log cabin holiday, but just be somewhere else and experience it a little bit differently, would be my dream holiday, with or without Wilf, really. That's just my dream holiday, basically. Dream holiday without your kids is question 13. Again, same thing. That's exactly my kind of holiday. Although I would love to one day just go and do one of them holidays where you just lie on a beach and like bake. Like the Maldives, somewhere really tropical, the Seychelles, like any of the Caribbean countries, like anything like that, which would not really be as relaxing and cocktail filled with children, would probably be my dream holiday without children. Question 14, how has your life changed since your baby's been born? Well, it's weird because that's like, on one hand, it's changed completely. Like, I was desperate for a baby. For years, it was consumed my thoughts all the time. It consumed my thoughts for years. I was probably, looking back, I don't like to use the word loosely, but I was probably quite depressed during my journey to conceive Wilf. A lot happened in those 2 years, like TTC wise and in other aspects of my life. It was just a really, really hard few years, and Wilf has brought so much like light to our lives. I've said it before, but it's like the lights were off, Wilf was born, and the lights came on, and it's just transformed my life. I cannot tell you how much like it has transformed my life in that sense. But on the other hand, what I would say is that people go on about how much of a shock to the system it is when you have a baby, and how much it completely changed your life and your life will never be the same again. And actually, I don't feel like that. Like, I feel like Wilf has always been in our life. Like, he's just slotted in. I don't feel like it's been a shock to the system in that sense. It's a shock in that I never thought we would get to have our baby, but it isn't a shock in that I just feel like he's always been here. Like, he's a dream baby. He's so amazing at sleeping, and that obviously helps. But like, I just feel like he's always been here. It's never really overwhelmed me in the way I thought it would. I feel like it's just like he's always been here. That's all I can say. Like, so it hasn't changed my life in that sense, because he's just slotted straight in and just been a part of our lives as if he was always here. So yeah, it's kind of 2 complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Next question is, finish this sentence, question 15. It makes my heart melt to see. I think Bex gave the same answer to this, but it melts my heart to see Andrew with Wilf. For years, it makes me feel quite emotional. This is not meant to be an emotional video. It makes me feel quite emotional. My PCOS was like the main factor in us struggling to conceive and having these recurrent miscarriages, and the whole time I always thought, I'm stopping Andrew being a dad. And like, it's really heartbreaking to feel like you're holding the person you love back from being this person they should be able to be. And then Wilf came along, and I will never, ever, ever, ever get tired of seeing their relationship. Like, Andrew can make Wilf laugh like no one I know. Like, I've never seen Wilf laugh with anyone, including me, like he laughs with Andrew, and it completely melts my heart to see Andrew with Wilf. Sorry, that got a little bit emotional there. Question 16 is, where do you shop for your kids? I do loads of baby clothing hauls, as you know if you watch my channel. If not, please do check them out. I will link some baby clothing hauls below for you. I love shopping for Wilf and dressing Wilf. It is a big passion of mine. And I love to shop small. I love Instagram shops, like independent brands, handmade items are like my big passion. On the high street, I love Zara and H&M. But yeah, generally, shopping small on Instagram and Etsy shops are my absolute favourite places to buy clothes for Wilf. Question 17, favourite makeup and skincare products. I am loving a foundation I'm using at the moment by The Ordinary. It's like £6. You can buy it on ASOS. It's amazing as any high-end foundation I've ever used. So that would probably be one of my favourite makeup products at the moment. Skincare product, I would always say my Emma Hardy Moringa Cleansing Balm. That's like my favourite skincare product of all time, but I won't lie, since having Wilf, it doesn't happen as often as it does, and quite often I just grab a makeup wipe, and I know, cardinal sin, but I'll just grab a makeup wipe quite a lot of the time, and the simple ones are the only ones I'll use and don't irritate my skin at all. So I'd say they're my 2 favourite skincare products. A bit of like opposite ends of the spectrum again there. A really nice luxurious cleanser and some cheap makeup wipes that I probably shouldn't use, but real talk, use them all the time, love them. Yep, so they are my favourite beauty and skincare items. Question 18, Huggies or Pampers? Pampers for us, of the 2. I've never used Huggies nappies. Do they even make nappies in the UK? I don't know, but yeah, Pampers, but we've recently started using Aldi Mamia nappies, and actually they are as good, if not better, than Pampers. So yeah, of the three, I would choose Aldi Mamia nappies. Question 19, have you always wanted kids? 100% yes. I always wanted to be quite a young mum, like not like school age young, but like I always envisioned having my first baby at like 24, which was around when we started trying for a baby. And I don't know if that's because my mum had me when I was 24, so I just always had this thing where I was like, I'm going to have a baby when I'm 24. Obviously that didn't happen, but yeah, I've always known in my head that I wanted children relatively young. I've never had any big ambition career-wise. Like, I had a really good job, but I've never had a passion for a career. I've just kind of flitted from one thing to another, trying to find what my thing is and never quite finding it, but actually I think my thing is just being Wilf's mum. I just love it, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think if you are career driven, amazing, but for me, being a mum and having children has always been like my big life goal. So I feel very lucky and blessed that I have achieved that. And I think the last question is question 20, best part about being a mum. I don't even know where to start. It's just the best thing in the world, isn't it? And I just love like spending time with my mum and seeing her with Wilf. Pretty sure she loves Wilf more than me. She'll hate me for saying that. She obviously doesn't, but she's absolutely obsessed with Wilf. And just like seeing my mum with my child and like 3 generations, I just think absolutely amazing. Like, I just love everything about being a mum. I love that you're like always have your little sidekick next to you. I love seeing Wilf with his little friends and like interacting with other children and with his cousins, and there's just nothing, like, it's just, there's no way to explain it. I just love it. I just love it. Yeah, so that's the end of the tag. I'm going to tag some people below. I can't think. I'm going to tag Amy, sincerely Amy. And yeah, I'll tag some other people down below. Oh, Hayley from Land of Lawson, not sure if she's filmed it. I'll tag Amy and Hayley, and anyone else I can think of below. I will link their channel. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this video's been alright. I haven't filmed a sit down for ages. If you have any like video requests for me, please leave me some ideas, as I've just been a little bit stuck in a rut and not sure what I'm doing with this channel. Crisis of confidence, just not sure what I'm doing. So yeah, please let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see from me. And I'm going to leave it there for this video and see you all in my next one. Bye guys.